there's a need for you to learn to express yourself, right? So just 4 people answered me. Why? And we have a lot of people here. So the other people should type what they think this screen is. Don't be afraid to make mistake, especially in classes like this. You are not in a company yet, right? So in this place, when you make mistake, we are going to tell you why it is not, right? So you don't just keep quiet. Learn to start speaking up. Especially if you are still an undergraduate, learn to start, because that is when opportunity is going to come to you. When you can speak up, when you can say, oh, this is what I think about this. Oh, this is what I say about this. You understand? People will notice you and people will help you. All right, let me go back to what I'm saying. So a lot of people say web, while somebody said it's phone, right? This is a web screen. It is not a mobile screen at all. And the reason I asked you is because, see, when I was in 200 level, I don't know the difference between mobile and web. Maybe because that time you don't part is quite long, right? These days, a lot of people are even using phone and all of those things. But like there was a time in my life, I don't know the difference between web and mobile. If somebody say web application, I say which one is web application, which one is mobile application, which one is website, which one is not website. You get it? But don't worry, all of these things we are going to be training you and helping you to understand it. Especially if you sign up for Perxels Design School, you can go to our website. It is 25,000 naira for 3 months. That is if you are interested, and it will be good for you to actually do it so that you can have your skill ready before you graduate. Or maybe if you're a graduate and you need to just scale up. All right, so we are going to be using MacBook Pro, right, in this class. MacBook Pro. We are not going to be using desktop because desktop usually look fast, right? So let's go with MacBook Pro. So when I click on MacBook Pro, you guys are going to see that the screen is similar to this guy here. So this is not a mobile. This is how a mobile screen will look like. So let me come back to the frame again. Then I click on phone. Right, when I click on phone here, let me click on iPhone 8 Plus. You can see how a mobile phone is. You can see that this is how your phone screen is. And this is how your laptop screen is. When I say laptop screen, that's web screen. And when I say mobile screen, that is phone screen. For some of us that don't understand. All right, so now that we have this, I always tell my students that as a beginner student, it is important for you to know that achieving a great design is going to depend on different factors. And one of the factors is actually alignment. For you to create a very good design that is aligned, you need to have something we call grid system. And for some of you that read a lot, you would have seen that, okay, you've read a lot of grid system and it feels like mathematics in your head. And that is why a school like Perxels is there for you. We train you as if we are in the company. We train you on what is usable, right? There's some things that is online that is true, but that is not what we use exactly in companies. Yeah. So if you want to do grid system, there's no need for you to be bringing your calculator and be dividing things by dividers. This is correct. Anyways, so when I click on MacBook Pro, when I click on MacBook Pro, you can see that things have changed here. All of these things are the properties of this frame that are here. So I want to give grid system to this MacBook Pro because I want to achieve an aligned page or landing page that I want to work on. So I'm going to click on this MacBook name here, and I'll come to layout grid. When I click on layout grid, you can see that the boxes here are like they're like the graph that we are doing E303 or E231 for those of you that study engineering. Do you understand? So this graph, I beg, we are not interested in it. Otu is too small, right? So we want it to be something that we can see that is bold and we're not stressing ourselves to work on. Right, so when I click on that layout grid, you can see that there are 9 boxes that have actually showed up. When I click on these 9 boxes, right, I will change it from grid, I will change it to columns, right? Then I will change the count to 12. Then I will change the margin to 100. I'm going to repeat myself. But because before I do that, now, I want you to study this thing. I mentioned that our eyes is part of our tool in this class. you can see that there are space, that there's a space here, there's also a space here. If you remember your exercise book, that there is usually something called margin.